Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week.
We're all weird in our little corners. However, some people rank higher. Their behavior, features, skills, and everything about them entirely stand out from the regular. But hey, don't be too quick to judge them because, after all, normal is boring. Let's dissect the top 10 odd and bizarre people you won't believe exist. Number 10. Annie Hawkins, the biggest natural breast ever. If you think you have issues handling your big breasts, you may want to say a word of prayer for Annie Hawkins Turner. While shopping for an ideal may be difficult, for Annie, it's rocket science. This Georgian's breast measures a whopping 102 triple Z, and she can't sleep on her back. Going by the standard, a girl should start developing breasts at puberty, starting from age 8. Annie first developed breasts at 5, and at 9, her breasts had grown to 36D. Worried about the situation, she visited the hospital for examination. She was later diagnosed with gigantomastia, a condition that involves a progressive growth of breast tissue. Even till today, her breast continues to grow. She continues to hold the record for the most enormous natural breast since 1999. After sharing a photo of her gigantic cleavage on Twitter, she gained a massive 16,000 new followers. Her condition is somewhat problematic even though she has scooped millions from it. She needs a bigger airline when flying and must enter only specialized cars. Although her doctors encouraged her to undergo an op, the mother of two said she wouldn't want to mess with nature. Number 9. Lauren Cook, the world's farthest eyebrow protrusion. It's interesting to see people with outlandish skills, but it can be scary at the same time. Globalization is a condition where the eye is displaced outside the orbital rim. While this could be dangerous, Lauren Cook does it effortlessly. In fact, she won a whopping $2,500 after she contested in Ripley's Believe It or Not. The woman said she noticed her unusual talent in 7th grade when she mistakenly stuck pencils behind her eyes. Her friends who witnessed her eyes pop out freaked out, but she didn't know why. When she went to the mirror, she saw things for herself. She was shocked at how far her eyes could go. When asked how she makes her eyes pop out, she said she uses her hand to open her eyelids wide so that the muscles push them out. Once she relaxes her muscles, the eyes slip back. She also experiences protrusion when she yawns. She holds the record for the farthest eyeball protrusion on the planet, measuring 0.47 inches. In 2004, she made it to the top 10 feats of all time in the Guinness World Records. Number 8. Lu Ton Lin, a real-life magnet. You wouldn't think you've heard it all until you realize that some humans have magnetic properties. I'm not talking about voodoo or magic. Liu Ton is a 78-year-old Malaysian contractor. He is one of the rare humans we refer to as a real-life human magnet. Mr. Liu can attract metal objects to his body. Metals weighing from 2 kilograms to 36 kilograms can adhere to his skin like metals stick to regular magnets. Some years ago, a photo of Mr. Liu pulling a car through his magnetic powers kept internet users awed. An iron chain attached to the vehicle is hooked on his waist, and he pulls the car along the driveway for 20 meters. Fair enough, Liu passed his gift to his grandchildren, who have started exhibiting similar qualities. Thrilled by his abilities, scientists at Malaysia's University of Technology studied his case. They realized he didn't display any abnormal magnetic fields. Further research showed that his skin condition was the cause of the attraction. His skin contains high friction levels, which creates a suction effect and attracts metal to his body. Number 7. Larry Gomez, the world's hairiest man. Larry Gomez, the world's hairiest man, has risen above several years of bullying and ridicule. He is proud of his hair and skin, knowing there's nothing he can do about it. Larry was born with a rare disorder called hypertrichosis. This condition has coated 98% of his skin with thick, dark hair. The Californian, who is nicknamed Wolfman, said the condition affects some members of his family too. As a child, he was ostracized because of his appearance. This disorder affects less than 100 people in the world. This young man has found himself confident since he began to love himself. He's married to Alicia Martinez, whom he met in 2011. Larry hopes that people look beyond physical appearance and hopes that his story would inspire others. He has 3 other members who suffer from the same condition, but he happens to be the worst hit. He grooms his hair quickly, but it grows back almost immediately. When Larry featured on HoFlow's YouTube channel Wizard of Oz TV, he talked extensively about his experience, living among regular humans. Number 6. Kathy Jung, the slimmest waist on the planet. Some people are born with natural skills, others acquire it through hard work. Call Kathy Jung crazy all you want, but she surely didn't back off her dreams. This woman from North Carolina has endured more than 40 years of pain to shrink her waist to 10 inches in diameter. Her waist is almost the same size as a regular jar of mayonnaise by consistently wearing training belts and corsets. Her love for Victoria's Secret's clothes motivated her to enhance her looks. As of 1983, she wore a corset for 23 hours a day. She didn't achieve this feat alone. Thanks to her supportive husband Bob, she stayed true to her routine as he encouraged her every step of the way. He's also a physician, so he ensured she didn't destroy her vital organs in the process. Looking at her waist, you may imagine she may have gone under the knife to hasten the process. Ironically, the mother of two has never had any surgery but adheres strictly to a particular diet. When she started, she didn't hope to set any record, but she accepted her new status wholeheartedly when it came. With this modification, you could expect that Jung would miss out on a lot of things. She drives only specialized cars and sits on customized chairs. Number 5. Carlos Rodriguez, the half-head man. Our head houses the brain, sinuses, eye, ear, and other vital organs that allow for the smooth functioning of our bodies. Carlos Halfy Rodriguez's life took a new turn after a large portion of his brain was cut off. He was involved in a car crash as he flew through his car's windscreen and landed on his head. After the accident, the doctor had no option than to cut away a large amount of bone and flesh to help him survive. He has since been able to live a normal life in Miami, Florida. The accident occurred when he was escaping from the cops after he was involved in a drug deal. Some years ago, he was apprehended after being accused of prostitution. When the police went through his file, they found no name but with a simple description that said half-head. When the photo hit the internet, people thought it was a joke. Despite his injury being drug-related, he still smokes and takes drugs. Carlos is one of few humans to survive with half-head. Number 4. Wang Feng, a woman with backward feet. A Chinese woman has vowed to chase her dreams although she was born with her feet facing backwards. She has a rare disorder that caused her feet to derail from the normal. Initially, doctors thought that she would be unable to walk, but they were wrong. She wowed doctors when she got up on her feet and walked. Fortunately, she runs faster than most people with standard feet. She doesn't consider herself a disabled person too. She also works as a waitress in her family's restaurant and can do everything like every other person. Unfortunately, she wears her shoes backwards, but that's the least of her problems. Wang is 1 in 1,000 of other physically challenged people surviving in a world dominated by non-disabled people. Number 3. Maria Jose Cristina, the most tattooed woman on Earth. Life is about choices, but for some people, they have chosen the weirdest of them all. Maria Jose Cristina, properly known as the Vampire Woman, is a businesswoman, activist, lawyer, and tattoo artist. She also owns a clothing line called Vampire Women. She is known for her uncanny body modifications, which was a deliberate attempt to advocate against domestic violence. She's also the most tattooed woman globally, with 96% of her body covered in art. The other 4% is not covered because the palms cannot be covered. She got her first tattoo at age 14, and since then, she's been fascinated by the idea. In her first marriage, she was a victim of domestic abuse, where she was helpless. After she left, she decided to modify her body to show courage, strength, and freedom. Other modification areas are ear expansions, scarification, subdermal implants, dental implants, eye tattoos, and a split tongue. She's been invited to various talk shows to talk about her body. Ripley's Believe It or Not has Christina's statue in their museums. She is a motivation for women suffering abuse at home and society at large.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
Some say Maria is trying so hard to gain attention. Others saying she's unique. What do you say? I'll leave you to judge. Number 2. Maria Oz, the largest eyes in the world. Whether or not Maria Oz's eyes are the largest in the world remains a debate for another day. It's difficult to ascertain the validity of the images we see on the internet these days, but maybe this one is worth the stress. Maria claims to have the world's largest eyes, and her followers are not sure if it's photoshopped. She is known to post edited photos of herself either with different eyes or elongated neck. In 2016, she underwent surgery, and during the recovery process, she was bored. She tried several things to keep her engaged, but none worked. When she discovered photography, she started taking pictures and posting them on the internet. Although the eyes are massive, critics say she's faking her looks to gain attention. She says she has never had any plastic surgery but took after her father. Maybe her successful modeling career is attributed to her looks. Even if we argue that she's modifying her looks, she should have attracted admirers doing the same trick. But how many of them do we see out there? Is it yay or nay for you?
Before we move on, I have a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. Just leave a like on the video, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And you'll get 25 years of good luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 1. Tom Staniford, rare condition that makes it impossible for the body to store fat. Tom Staniford is a British paracycling champion diagnosed with MDP syndrome. It is a kind of genetic mutation that keeps him from storing fat under his skin. On Tom's chromosome 19, the POLD1 gene is abnormal. Only about 8 people in the world suffer from this condition. This syndrome comes with an unusual case of type 2 diabetes. He also suffers from hearing loss, which makes him use hearing aids. Because there's no fat in his body, he stands the risk of suffering from bone fractures. Researchers had to look at 30 million base pairs in his DNA to identify the single mutation. Ironically, he was born with normal weight, but throughout childhood, he literally started shrinking. He lost fat in his face and limbs. At the time, there was no name for this rare condition. He needed it to be classified so he can participate in the 2016 Paralympics. He knew he was different, and so he wanted to compete with the right people. He leads a normal life and has gone ahead to win many championships for his country. The list of bizarre people is limitless, but these ones were carefully selected for your viewing pleasure. Which of these people stands out the most? Hit the comment section and let me know what's going through your mind. Click on the subscribe button to stay abreast with the latest content. Until I come your way next time, it's goodbye from this end.